How's it going, guys? Bainey here, and welcome to video 26 of Facebook ads for small businesses, where I teach small business owners just like you exactly how to run Facebook ads for your business, so you don't have to pay someone like me thousands of dollars a month to do it for you. In today's video, guys, video 26, I'm just going to be going over the naming convention that I use. It's just something that you should get in a good habit of setting up correctly, because once you've got 10, 15 ads running, if you don't name them correctly, it gets very confusing when you're looking at the stats and stuff like that. So before I get into it, guys, if you're following along, hit that subscribe button for us, hit that like button, leave me a comment below if you have any questions. If there's something you don't understand, or there's something you want me to go over again in more detail, let me know, and I'll do my best to either answer it or make another video. That being said, let's jump into today's video. My account is going to be different to yours to start off with, because I name mine differently because mine's got numbers and stuff in it, but I'll give you a quick overview of how I name mine. So these two ads here, these are cold audience targeting. So, and what cold audience targeting is, I'm targeting people that have never seen my product before or anything like that. They haven't visited my website, they haven't seen my videos, they haven't seen my pictures, they've done nothing. And that's, to start off with, that's what you're going to start on as well. These ads here, that's a hot retargeting ad. This is a warm retargeting ad, warm retargeting ad, hot retargeting ad. This is, again, another cold one, but it's targeting worldwide, so very similar to this one. This is a prospecting ad. I'll get into prospecting later. It's a whole other video. But just to start off with, all you need to worry about is just cold traffic audience. That's what you're going to start off with. You want to bring new people into your business. You can't really perform too well as a business if you're not bringing fresh customers in the door. So we want to just focus on cold audience, and I'll just show you how I name my ads when I'm targeting cold audience. You can get as detailed as you want with these naming conventions, or you can just summarize it and whatever works best for you. So everyone's got their own little style, but I'll show you briefly what I do. If I use a conversion ad, it'll have con at the start of it, like that. All my retargeting ads are conversion, so I don't bother putting them there. But like if I do, see this one here is a reach ad because it's a prospecting ad down here on the left hand side. So that would be that one. But let's just, for this video, let's just pretend it's a conversion ad. So click conversion. What I usually do, I'll just go con, and then it will depend on what, it could depend on what product I'm selling. If you're selling multiple different products, you could put the product name in here, but what I usually do is I usually put the interest in here. I usually con for conversion, then I'll do JB, which is abbreviated for Justin Bieber, because for some reason the product I'm selling, Justin Bieber, seems to convert very well. US for United States. Sometimes I'll go like this, US. If I've got the age groups, I'll go 18 to 45 if you're going to put the age groups in there, stuff like that. And you might even go F for female as well. Like I said, you can get as detailed as you want. I don't do age groups or female male because I just leave those wide open. I go 18 to 65 and I do male and female. I don't shorten that in any ways. Pretty much that's what I would leave that as just con Justin Bieber and US. I'm targeting US. So we would set that up, and then we'd come over to the ad set level, and I'd do the same again. So con, I would do Justin Bieber, US. But then again, if you wanted to, like you said, if you're going to change the age to 18 to 54, you could whack 18 to 54. And you wanted to put Australia in there as well instead of US, you could go, or you wanted to target both. Oh, then I'll come up. What else did we want to? So here, this is where I put Justin Bieber. Yeah, so for whatever reason, it just converts really well for the audience that I'm doing. If I was going to keep this on, if I had that ticked, I would then put up here, expanded. Expand.
something like that. Just short, because it does get very long. You don't want to spell out everything. You don't want to write United States, Australia. It just gets too long. So abbreviate it as much as you can. If there was something else that I wanted to do, if you had 2 interests in here, you'd obviously put 2 interests there. So let's just say, for instance, I wanted to then narrow it down by people who have engaged buyers, engaged shoppers, which is a good audience to pick. So what this does is this shows it to everyone who is interested in Justin Bieber, but then it will only show it to people who are interested with Justin Bieber, but then have also proven to be engaged buyers. So people who buy from Facebook ads. So it's a really good audience to pick. And then you could come up here and then go, engage, which means engaged shoppers. So something like that. So that's how I would, if I wanted to get really, really detailed, that's how I would do that. Like I said, I usually just leave the ages wide open so I don't worry about it. You could even whack an F for female if you wanted to as well. So that's how I would normally, if I was going to get detailed, that's how I would name an ad set, because later on when you start doing split test, you want to split test between this ad set and maybe different age groups, or you might want to take these out and you want to split test. You want to just test something with Justin Bieber, and you want to untick that. So then you would obviously name this ad set different to the other one, so you can tell them apart pretty easily without having to click into them and scroll through all the settings all the time. So let's just pretend that that's how we're setting up this ad set. And then, we won't worry about any of this for now. Before we head over to the ad level, what we'll do is we'll just come up here and we'll just copy the naming convention, and we'll go to next to head to the ad level. And what we'll do is we'll just paste that up there. And because this is the ad level where we actually put the photos and the text and stuff like that, depending on how many products you're selling, like, to be honest, a lot of you are probably just going to be starting off with 1 ad to start with. You might have 2 ads max. So I'm not going to get too advanced on the naming conventions on the ads yet. So what I'll do is I'll just go ad 1. And ad 1 might be, if you're selling, let's say, for instance, a makeup kit, well, then ad 1 will be the very first ad you create. The next ad you create, like when we go to split test this, so this is the ad set level, we would go duplicate. We'll duplicate this. I'll get into split testing and stuff in another video, but then would make this one ad 2. So then later on, when you're coming through here and looking at which ads to turn off, which ones to leave running, you've got ad 1, ad 2, you'll have ad 3 and stuff like that. That's very basically the naming conventions that I would use. When we start getting into really split testing and different creatives and stuff like that, this naming convention on the ad level gets a lot more complex, but I don't want to confuse you with that yet, just because, to be honest, if you're just getting started, you're just running your first ad, there's really no need to get super technical with this. So I just keep it very easy, ad 1, ad 2, and later on down the track when it's a little bit more advanced and you've got your head around it, then I'll show you, video 1, text 2, and I'll show you a whole different, I'll show you a more advanced naming convention, but to keep it very simple, that's all we need to do for today's video. Hopefully that all makes sense. Like I said, you don't have to name it exactly how I have. You'll find your own method of naming it, whichever works best for you, but try and keep it as organized as you can, because as you can see, when you start getting out a lot of ads, if you don't name them properly, you just lose where you are, and it just gets really confusing. And look at this. See, you just got to name them correctly, because it just gets really complicated otherwise. So as you can see, I name mine expanded, engaged. So these obviously were ads that were engaged shoppers and expanded interests. Like I said, you'll find your own way of doing it. More organized you can keep it, the better. And that's a very simple way of my naming conventions. So that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and send this video to a friend if you know they have a business or they're looking at selling products online. All these video series is going to be perfect for them. They can do it all themselves. They don't have to pay anyone else thousands of dollars a month to do this for them. yeah, they can start making money just like I do online. On the next one, we're actually going to be creating an ad. So it's going to be probably a longer video, maybe 30 minutes or so, because I'll probably go into a lot of detail of all the different components that we have to do and this and that and stuff like that. If you're keen to get started, watch that next video and I'll see you then. Thanks, guys.